Good evening, Kingdom Builders and Boot Campers. It's so good to see you again here on week 2 on our second boot camp coaching call. And man, do we ever have a good teaching for you tonight. Tonight you're going to learn the top secret recipe of how to attract leads, amass raving fans, and create new buyers who absolutely love you. But before we get started, I am going to ask Dana Belcher. You remember Dana from last week. She is one of our coaches here in Kingdom Builders. I'm going to ask you, Dana, if you would mind to please unmute yourself and open us in prayer.
I'm happy to do that. Thank you, Coach Tim. Heavenly Father, we continue in your presence continually, moment by moment, day by day, week by week. We're about doing your business that you've apprehended us for. I bless every boot camper that's on this webinar, Lord, and those that are to come. I bless Tamara Lowe, Kingdom Builders Academy, our coaches, and everyone that's working diligently inside of Kingdom Builders Academy to be about your business for such a time as this. God, we're so excited about what you're doing and what you're going to continue to birth forth through Kingdom Builders Academy and Tamara Lowe. And we just call forth the gifts and the talents in each person, and we say, just hear the word of the Lord as he's positioned you here for such a time as this divine appointment that you have to soak in, to drink, and to glean from this field for boxing your expertise, further defining you and refining you. And so, Lord, for everything that you've called us here to do collectively, we say yes and amen to the yes and the amen. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen, amen, amen. So I have gotten, Dana and Roger, I have gotten so many great testimonies from our strategy sessions. And for those of you who perhaps missed, you need to go back and watch the replay. It's in the portal for you, of our first coaching call that we did on where the big money is in the expert business. And I gave away what I call a love bomb. This is bombing you with special bonuses and free gifts. And inside the portal, there's a whole section of bonuses that you weren't even expecting because I love you. And one of those was a strategy session with myself or one of our other coaches here in Kingdom Builders. And I have gotten so many amazing testimonies back. So and I also got a couple of little minor you can do betters, and those are because all of our strategy sessions booked up. So I went to our coaches and I said, please, please, please open up more. So we have more strategy sessions available. So if you weren't able to get one, get into the portal right away because they're going to go like that too. So get in there and book your strategy session. It's right next to the tab that says start here in boot camp. Right next to that it says strategy sessions. Click on it, pick a time that's good for you. We're going to give you one of our coaches, or maybe it's going to be me that joins you, and we're going to spend the better part of an hour blueprinting a strategic plan for you to show you how to get from where you're at now to where God has called you to be. Now, by the way, you might be asking yourself, because I've had people ask me this. They've gone through boot camp and they said, Tamara, like what you have here is gold. Like, why aren't you just like selling this? Sell it to secular people, you know, sell it to people who aren't even Christians. Like, there's just so much great information. The answer to that is that I'm sorry to just be so crass here, but I don't want to teach pornographers how to be better pornographers. I just don't. You know, if I'm going to download the gift of God that's been on my life and the strategies that He's given me and show you guys how to build your own brands and your own empires, I want it to be for kingdom purposes. See, it's not about brand building, it's about kingdom building. And I know that those of you coming through boot camp, that you're kingdom achievers, you're kingdom leaders, you're kingdom thinkers. And it's not just about, you know, making money, and there's nothing wrong with making money. You're going to hear me talk a lot about monetizing your message. That's a good thing. In my opinion, if you are not making money, there's something wrong. So so I have no problem with making money and showing you how to use your gift to bless your family and bless your church and bless your community, but ultimately it's about people coming to Christ. And so actually, that's probably a pretty good segue, Dana. If you could talk to our folks about what's going on in Kingdom Builders every week. I mean, like, we have amazing trainings, we have experts, we have exclusive interviews, we have special guests. Like, every week stuff is going on. So would you unmute yourself, please, my love, and tell our boot campers what is happening in Kingdom Builders besides boot camp?
I'd love to. We have something every day of the week going on inside Kingdom Builders Academy. We have our niche gurus that God is using inside Kingdom Builders Academy to bring it to you so that you can glean and be inspired and motivated to keep going with your message. So we've got prayer track with amazing people leading that. We have fast track coaches certification program for those who are interested in becoming one of our KBA coaches. We have that going on. We have, of course, boot camp because you're here. That's why we're here. We have Wednesday for Inner Circle members. We have Power Up Call, live Power Up Call with Tamara Lowe on Wednesdays. Love that. Those are life-changing calls too, by the way. It can be one question somebody asks Tamara, and she'll lay out the whole thing. Questions, maybe you have the same questions, maybe you haven't thought of that question, but she gives so freely, and she just lays out complete coaching programs or whatever questions people bring forth. Those are truly life.
Jay, I don't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry, you're doing so great, but I just wanted to just clarify, because you mentioned Inner Circle. So let me just tell you, if you're not familiar with what my Inner Circle is, I have a beautiful, talented, amazing group of superstars that I meet with every week. They're my Inner Circle, and every week I meet with them, helping them to create, start, launch their brands, their businesses, their products, and ultimately, if those folks want to become coaches in our community, they go through the Fast Track program. So the Fast Track is a 12-week program that shows you how to put all the pieces together. You do everything in Fast Track, from doing webinars to getting your book in Amazon, writing your book if you haven't written your book. There's all kinds of things that you learn during that 12-week certification program. And then at the end of it, you have the opportunity to join us in Kingdom Builders as a Kingdom Builders coach. So that's what Inner Circle and Fast Track is all about. Now, that is by invitation only. So Inner Circle is by invitation only, but actually, this is one thing that you might not know, but during our strategy sessions, when I have spaces available in Inner Circle, I'll give each of our coaches maybe one space or two spaces to fill for the week. So they have back-to-back coaching calls. They might be talking to 20, 30, 40, 50 people in a week, and they have one or two spots, so they're looking for superstars. So that's another awesome bonus that we give to certain ones of you that we discover as we do our strategy session. So, okay, Dana, go ahead. I'm sorry, darling. Tell us what else there is.
No, that's great, Tam. Thursday, we also have Expert of the Week webinar with people that come in and share their expertise. We have Friday coaching with the KBA coaches, who are our coaches that are trained. They've been through it. Our very thorough, very effective coaching training program, and they bring you their expertise. Then Saturday, we have the world's first Global Communion webinar, and that has been it continues to be one of the favorite webinars that we have here inside Kingdom Builders Academy. God shows up, meets us there. The Bible says, draw nigh unto God and He'll draw nigh unto you, and we draw nigh to Him there in that webinar, and He shows up powerfully. And then we're also doing a soul winning track, so we're really excited about that, and to bring to life the Great Commission. And so those are some things that we're doing inside.
So how do people register for events that they want to go to?
Love it. Good question. You can go inside the portal, and on the left-hand sidebar, it'll tell you each event, and you can click to register. Make sure that you do register so that you can have a replay link sent right to your inbox for your convenience to watch it again.
Right, so even if you're not available to attend the live event, but if you want to see a replay, then register for the event anyway, and then that way we can send you back a replay link. All right. I've gotten some questions here. I see one right now about how to join Kingdom Builders. So, as I told you last week, we offer boot camp for free, and it is an absolute joy and privilege to do it. Boot camp typically sells between $2,000 and $5,000. However, I do give it away for free during certain times of the year, and I'm so glad to welcome you into a free group. If you want to continue on with us, if you're just digging this whole experience, and most of you do, the majority of you who go through boot camp do end up becoming part of our Kingdom Builders community. So if you want to do that, what that opens up to you is our archive, all of our past webinars, all of our expert interviews. There's a whole resource library packed with books of fans of Kingdom Builders, and we have some very well-known celebrity fans who have contributed their works. Also, our Inner Circle members and other members of the community who have written books because of the things that they learned in boot camp, they're giving back to you, and they've populated that whole resource library. We've got a question and answer session in there. We've got a sounding board, so if you're working on something, or if you have, maybe you have titles that you'd like to sort of get people's feedback on, which title do you like best, or which book cover do you like best, or can you give me some feedback about my website? There's a sounding board section when you're a member of Kingdom Builders that you can post your projects, and the rest of the members give feedback to each other. So that's a really cool feature that we have. So there's all kinds of things. The toolbox is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I'm telling you, you could spend years of your life and tens of thousands of dollars and still never discover what it is that are the best tools to use. So we have it all for you there in the toolbox. You get instant access to it the very second that you join Kingdom Builders. And here's a cool bonus for you too, is that during the time that you're a part of the boot camp, so we give you 4 weeks of free access to boot camp and to Kingdom Builders. During that 4 weeks, you can join Kingdom Builders for half price. After that period of time, then if you want to become a member, then it's the regular price. But right now it's half price. Anytime during this boot camp experience that you want to join and unlock our webinar archive and get into our toolbox and do all that cool stuff, then you can do that by just clicking on KBA members or click on toolbox. It shows you what all is included, and then you click on any of those items and it'll take you right to the page where you can sign up and join us as a member. That is absolutely not required. You know, we would love for you to hang out with us and continue to let us coach you and mentor you. But if you don't, choose to do that, that's fine. We're just happy to have you in boot camp. Roger Zanders, who has been sitting there looking so all pro and professional, I want to introduce you, my dear. Could you please unmute yourself, say hello to our new boot campers, and I want to hear from you. I mean, you went through boot camp. You've done a lot of amazing things since graduating from boot camp. You actually went through our Inner Circle program and our Fast Track coaching program, and actually now you're the dean of Fast Track, so you're in charge of the whole Fast Track program. But say hi to our boot campers and tell them what you got out of this experience.
Welcome, everybody. Well, you are in for a ride this time. This boot camp is amazing. I went through boot camp, and my expectations were, okay, this will be interesting. What I received was absolutely amazing. So I have a background in video production, and I was trying to figure out, okay, how do I monetize that? And I didn't really know. As I started going through boot camp, I realized there are a lot of people doing webinars just like this that don't know how to do video production, and so they didn't know how to light and white balance and all of that stuff. So I did a little research. I figured out here's all of the tools that we need to put together. What are the right lights? How do you do a backdrop? All of that stuff. And I put a training together. Now, I used the model that Tamara used for boot camp, which is the first thing you want to do in a business is figure out, is there any interest? So I found a Facebook group that were people that wanted to do webinars, and I did a post on there and said, hey, is anybody interested in a free Q&A? I have 20 years of video production experience, and I'd like to answer some questions. I did that, and I had over 100 people register for my webinar. I did that 1-hour webinar Q&A before I had ever built my product on training for how to do webinars, and did that Q&A, and I pre-sold that product that I hadn't built yet, and had over $1,000 worth of sales on that 1-hour webinar before I ever built the product. And so then I took that $1,000, because it all came into my PayPal immediately, and I went out and built the product and started selling it. And that's just one example of the things that I learned that I never would have figured out how to do that had I not gone through boot camp and joined Inner Circle. The Inner Circle is amazing because boot camp gets you part of the way there, but what I received in Inner Circle, the community, the training, the weekly coaching with Coach Tam, being able to ask her questions every week, has just been a life changer. So my advice to you in boot camp is get in, get through all of the modules. Don't just let it sit there. Absolutely get in, and these 4 coaching webinars are amazing, but the modules in boot camp is where it's at. That's, you need to get in and learn that stuff, because that's where I learned what I needed. That it basically was a breakthrough. I would not have been able to do this without that training.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Roger. I'm just humbled by hearing all of that. Okay, so I have to tell you, Roger, I think it's interesting, and Dana said the same thing last week, is that she printed out all of her templates, all of the transcripts, everything, put them into a 3-ring binder that's in boot camp. So in boot camp, you have all of your transcripts of the videos, you've got all the note sheets. Print them all out, put them in the 3-ring binder. It is shocking to me how many people go through boot camp 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and they saw the information, they got the information, but every time they go through it, it's like something new is added to them. And I'll tell you something really funny. I've never said this before, but I myself have gone through boot camp several times. I created the program, but I said last week that it really was by divine download, and I'll tell you how it happened, because Roger mentioned this, and I always say that every moment is a teachable moment, so I wasn't planning to share this, but I will now, is that the way that I did boot camp, I told you last week that I created a framework. I created the bullet points, and I presented that in a PowerPoint presentation at a live event for a product that I'd never created. I'd never sold it before. I'd never created it before, but I sold that program at the very first time I did it for $2,000 per person. Actually, Dana was in that particular group. She came in that first group of boot campers, and it launched to well over $100,000 launch for a product that I'd never even created. So what I did then was I drip marketed it out over the next 5 to 6 weeks. I had never done video production, and I set up a studio in my home using equipment that I already had. I did it for under $100, got the lights, got a backdrop. I bought an editing program. I actually bought a very sophisticated editing program. All of that is in the toolbox, by the way, everything that we use. And then I taught myself video editing. And I always had a staff to do stuff like this for me. I had a staff of 200. I'd say, make me a logo would appear, make me a video would appear. Well, I wanted to show you guys that you can do it too. You can do it on the cheap, you can do it on a shoestring, but it's going to look big budget. And that's how we do all of our stuff, and that's how I teach you how to do all of your stuff. So I did all of the video taping and editing myself. I uploaded it to the portal myself. I did all of the design work, and I am not techie. This girl is not techie. This is the kind of girl that needs a team of 12 to make me look brilliant, but I did it all myself, right? So, okay, so what I did was on Monday, I would wake up, my eyes would open, and I'm telling you, I worked under the power of God, like the way that Elijah ran under the power of God, under the anointing. That's how I was. For 5 weeks, I only slept a couple of hours a night. I did nothing but create boot camp. I took a break for exercise. I took a break to eat occasionally, but I felt the power of God on me for the creation of boot camp. When I would wake up in the morning every day, when my eyes would open, I've never had an experience like this before or since, but when I would open my eyes, God would give me a download of everything that I was supposed to do that day. And I didn't know how it was going to look at the end of the day. I just did what God told me to do. And so that's why there's this layered learning approach, and there's this like mark of revelation and awesomeness on the curriculum. It's because God did it. So I would wake up on Monday, God would show me what to do. I would type up the video script for the modules that week. On Tuesday, I would finish up the video scripts and create the notes sheets. On Wednesday, I would tape the videos. On Thursday, I would edit the videos. On Friday, I would compress them and upload them to the portal. And so that's what I did for 5 weeks to develop boot camp. Now, I want to talk to you about your business, your ministry, your brand, and getting all of the awesomeness that's in you out to the masses where it should be, because God did not make all of that awesomeness that's in you just for you. He made it for everybody else. So let's talk tonight. I hope you got your note sheet printed out. We're talking about 5 ways to attract leads, amass raving fans, and create new buyers who love you as they should. All right, this, my dears, is a formula. This is a strategic blueprint for how to build your brand and how to build your business. It's simple. And it's easy to implement, and you can absolutely do it. And here at Kingdom Builders, we're going to be with you every step of the way to hold your hand when you need questions answered. Put it in the question and answer section. Come on to our webinars. Participate in the chat bar. Ask questions. By the way, I love seeing you guys and your comments in the chat bar, hearing about where you're from. Interact with me in the portal and my coaches, Dana and Roger and myself and all of our other coaches and Kingdom Builders. We're in there every single day, and so we want to get to know you. So share your story. We love that. All right, here's what we're going to do. Number 1, we are going to entice your ideal customer, or what we call your avatar, to give you their contact information by giving them an ethical bribe. Fill in the blanks there. We're going to give them an ethical bribe. What is an ethical bribe? Well, I'm glad you asked. So an ethical bribe is something that is of high perceived value, and in all reality it is of high value, that you have created that you're going to give to your avatar. Now, you are going to give them maybe an ebook, or maybe you're going to give them some sort of diagnostic tool. You might be asking, what's a diagnostic tool? Well, maybe like a little test or a quiz that you created. People love those things, and we show you in Kingdom Builders how to create those things. In fact, my New York Times best-selling book, and I only say that so often because I can't get enough of hearing my ears say it. You know, when your book shows up on the New York Times list, it's like, whoa, you just never get over that experience. When your book shows up #1 in Amazon, whoa, you just don't get over that. And we have produced so many best-selling authors and Kingdom Builders, and why not you? Why don't you be the next one? So, diagnostic tool is what I launched my book with, and it's like a little quiz that tells you how you're motivated, right? So you can do something like that. Maybe your ethical bribe is going to be like a free coaching call, or a webinar, or a teleseminar. Maybe it's going to be a video series that you give away. But you're going to give them an ethical bribe, and you know what they're going to give you? They're going to give you their contact info. Yes, that's right. They're going to give you their name and their email address, and, you know, hey, I asked for your phone number too, because I'm going to text you and remind you of our coaching calls. But even if you just get their email information, that is so beyond awesome, because what it does is it gives you the ability to serve them and engage them at higher levels, and you're going to build a relationship with them, and I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? What are you going to give away? What is your ethical bribe going to be? It is going to contain the solution, fill in the blank, give away the solution to what your avatar, what your ideal client most wants and needs. Give them solutions. You have solutions. Give it to them. So in Roger's case, he's telling you, like, I know how to produce videos. I know how to do good lighting. Actually, Roger helped me set up this studio I'm sitting in right now. He set up this little microphone for me and everything. So give away the solution to what your ideal client most wants and needs. Maybe you have parenting experience, or maybe you have relationship experience, or maybe you've come through a financial difficulty, or you've come through a health challenge, or maybe you had a spouse that died, or maybe you went through divorce. Maybe you're just a survivor. Man, you've survived a lot of stuff. Well, right now, all over the world, there are people Googling, looking for the answers that you have the answer for them. And they're going to buy answers from somebody, so why not buy it from you? So you're going to give away the solution to what they most want and need. Now, sometimes people say to me, okay, well, Tam, if I give away the solution, then what are they going to buy from me? Like, why shouldn't I be selling the solution? I say to you, no. Give away the solution. I'm going to tell you a story. I wasn't even expecting to tell this story, but this came to mind, and so I'm just going to go with it. So my children, actually, if you look in your bonus section in boot camp, there is a section that says your bonuses, and in there is a video blog that I did. So Easy a Kid Could Do It is the name of it. And it tells you like how I got started doing this stuff, and my children actually have been making money online since about the age of 7. I think my firstborn started making money at 7, but my secondborn was a little quicker on the techno side, and he started making money at 6. So one day I'm sitting on the sofa watching TV, and I see that my secondborn is playing a video game. And I said, "What you doing there, son?" And he said, "I'm making money." Now he was about 11 years old at the time. He says, "I'm making money." I said, "Looks to me like you're playing a video game." And he says, "Yes, that's how it looks to the untrained eye." And so I laughed, and I said, "Okay, so how exactly are you making money playing this video game?" He says to me, "Well, Mom, this particular game," and he told me the name of the game, he said, "this is like the latest and greatest thing. Like, this is a global phenomenon. Everybody is playing it." And he said, "Me and a couple of my friends invested the money that we made from our last internet venture." Now, this is an 11-year-old talking to me, okay? His previous internet venture had been selling beats. Like, they created their own beats in iTunes and then uploaded them to, and you'll find a lot of these tools in our toolbox, by the way, uploaded them to services where people can buy beats. Nobody knows that these are 10-year-olds creating these beats, and these kids are making money. So so he took the money that he had made with that previous venture, and he and his friends invested in a server. And they bought their own server to allow people to play this game faster. And I said, "Wow, that's really cool." I said, "Now, how much are you charging for that?" And he looked at me like, "Okay, you're the queen of this stuff, and you don't know this stuff?" And he says, "I'm giving it away for free, Mom." And I said, of course, yes, we give it away for free. So then how are you making money, right? What are you doing after that?" And he said, "Well, we invented certain add-ons to the game that allow you to have additional powers, get life back, kill people faster, you know, kill the little creatures faster, whatever, and people buy that." And I said, "Great, how much money have you made with this?" And he said, "Well, this week we made $1,300. So I'm telling you, this stuff is so easy a kid could do it. So give away the solution first. And the reason for that is because when you give value, people then, first of all, they know that you've got the goods, right? I mean, like, that's what we're doing here in Kingdom Builders. We're inviting you to participate in boot camp. It's 100% free. It's knocking your socks off. You guys are having, you know, based on what we're seeing in the portal, you're having an amazing experience. And thank you, by the way, for all of the sweet comments that you make. It really ministers to me and encourages me and our team. So you guys are having an amazing experience, and as a result, you want to continue on with us. You're getting value now, and you're finding out all kinds of things that you've been wondering about all your life, and you're getting the solutions and the answers, and we're just giving it to you on a silver platter, so you want to continue on. And that's the thing that you want to do when you're building out your irresistible offer. You want to provide so much value, just such a ton of benefits, answers, solutions, just give it away like it's Christmas morning every morning. And for that, people will love you, and they're going to want to engage with you at higher levels. All right, this next one, number 3, is really geared to our speakers, because I've had a lot of speakers ask me this question. They say, what if I'm speaking in a church or a conference or some kind of venue where I really can't make an offer, I can't sell something? What do I do then? Well, every single time that you step up to a microphone, I want you making money, and you can absolutely do that. And so here's what you're going to do. You're going to either make a free offer or a soft offer. And I'll tell you in a minute how that's going to make money for you. Fill in the blank there. Make a free offer or make a soft offer. So what we're going to do is we're going to make you the hero. You are going to be the hero of the day by making a free offer or a soft offer, but it's also going to allow you to continue to engage with your ideal clients. So here's what a free offer might look like. A free offer might be something like, hey, I really hope that you've enjoyed this information, and by the way, if you'd like to get the PowerPoint that I used today, you want to get the slides, I'm giving it away for free on my website, and you give them the name of your website, mywebsite.com. Go there and just click and download. You can get the whole PowerPoint, and hey, you know what? I'm also going to give you a free copy of my new ebook, so go check that out at mywebsite.com. That's a free offer, but what it does is it builds your list, and you remember last week I told you building your list is absolutely critical for building your business or building your ministry. So you want to always be doing that. Once you've got their contact information, you've given them an ethical bribe, they're really pleased with what you've had to offer, then we're going to give you a little formula here coming up now in 4 and 5. So that's what a free offer is, okay? The free offer is building your list, and then you can parlay that into future business with your client. What is a soft offer? Okay, a soft offer is something like this. Let's say that you've been speaking on, I don't know, let's say you've been speaking on sales training, and so you've showed people how to answer the top 3 most common objections, right? And you say to them, I've been able to share with you in the time that we have together, I've been able to share with you the top 3 objections that people have and how to respond to them, but this actually comes from my training program, the top 10 objections that all customers give and exactly how to handle them and close the sale. So I'd like to invite you to join me. If you've enjoyed this, please come join me. I'm doing a free webinar, and I'm going to give you the rest of my system. So you're going to get, today you got 1, 2, and 3, and next week come join me at this webinar, and I'll be giving you 4 through 10. And to sign up for that, just go to signupformywebinar.com and come and join me. Now that looks like a free offer, but it's really a soft offer, because when they get to your webinar, you're going to make a hard offer and you're going to invite them to participate in something. So maybe you've got, you started with a sales training program, and maybe at the end of showing them all of your steps, you say, hey, listen, for those of you who would like to continue on, over the next 4 weeks, I'm going to be showing you how to build rapport with customers, how to get new leads, how to get referrals, how to, no matter where you're at right now, over the next 4 weeks, I guarantee you that you're going to increase your sales by 20% or your money back. Come join me for this coaching program that we'll be doing. We'll be unpacking it for you over the next 4 Tuesdays. The whole thing will be recorded. If you happen to miss a session, you'll get playbacks of that. You're going to get this bonus, that bonus, the other bonus, and it's normally, XYZ. It's normally $599, but today for you, because you've been such an awesome audience at the event you went to, you came to me here at this webinar, I want to honor the investment that you've already made. We're going to offer it for just $99. So sign up now. And you'll see they will absolutely sign up. Why? Because you've given them value, you've served them, they've built a relationship with you, and they will sign up just like they did for Roger's webinar. Okay, now, when you've made a free offer, when you're list building, when you're gathering email names and you're giving them an ethical bribe, what do you do with that? Number 4, dole out the goodies 2 to 3 times a week for 2 or 3 weeks. That's what you're going to do. You're going to dole out the goodies 2 to 3 times a week for 2 or 3 weeks. So let's say they sign up and you have promised to give them an ebook. So you send them an ebook. Maybe that's Monday. On Wednesday, you say, hey, I hope you're enjoying my ebook, and by the way, I just thought that you would enjoy this special report that I put together for you. Send them that. Then maybe on Friday, you say, hey, here's something that I recorded this morning, and I thought it would really add value for you, and it is 10 ways to do XYZ. It's a little video, take you 10 minutes, enjoy it. Monday, Tuesday, Friday of the next week, you know, just over the week, you dole out goodies for 2 to 3 weeks, okay? Now, that brings us to number 5, and I have a little rhyme for you. Here's how it goes. 1 free, 2 free, 3 free, 4. Now it's time to pay for more. So, what you're going to do after giving away all these freebies and goodies, and they're loving it, they're eating it up, now you can make a paid offer. Now you can say, hey, join me for this webinar. At the end of the webinar, make an offer. Join me for this teleseminar. At the end of the teleseminar, make an offer. Hey, watch this video. At the end of the video, make an offer, and invite them to come deeper in. And remember, when you're going through, I told you that I myself have gone through boot camp several times. You know what I usually go back and look at? I go back and look at head-turning headlines, killer bullets, those templates, irresistible offer formula. And I use that stuff that I created, I use it. When I need just jumpstart ideas, use those templates. That's what they're there for. So you can put together your whole program just based on the things that I've shared with you in boot camp. So what do you do when you get to the end of this cycle? At the end of the cycle where you've made an ethical bribe, you've given away the solutions, you've given free offers, soft offers, you've turned them into hard offers, you've given away the goodies, you've made an offer. Now what do? Rinse, wash, repeat. You just do it all over again. Start it all over again. So if they didn't participate in the paid offer, okay, cool. Send them some more gifts. Send them some more gifts. Engage them. Ask them questions. Talk to them on social media. You have Facebook. You have Twitter. You have these things. If you don't, we're going to show you how to do it. But talk to your people. Engage them in conversation. Get to know them. They want to know you. Keep providing solutions for them, and then make another offer. Just like that. And then what do you do after that? Rinse, wash, repeat. Do it again, right? And this is how over the long haul, you're going to build a huge brand, a big name, get your message out into the world in a big way, and impact people's lives for kingdom purposes. All right, you guys, that is the end of our training for tonight, but I have to tell you that I am so super excited about next week, because next week I'm going to be introducing you to 2 best-selling authors that are homegrown, raised up right here in Boot Camp and Kingdom Builders Academy, and just awesome. So they use the very same things that you guys are learning here in Boot Camp, and they applied it, and they have best-selling books. So you're going to want to definitely tune in for that. And then let me tell you what's happening the week after that. So you remember week 1 we did where the big money is in the expert business. This week we talked about the formula for building your tribe and gaining new clients who love you and want to participate in everything that you're doing. Week 3, this is next week, we're doing our training on how to write, publish, and promote best-selling books and ebooks. Not just books, we want books that sell, and that's what we're going to be teaching you next week. And then the following week, this is kind of like the grand finale. This is the cherry on top. We are doing a live Q&A webinar. So anything that you have any questions about, anything about boot camp, anything about projects that you're working on, any questions, I mean, this is totally unscripted. It's live. It's 100% awesome. We have so much fun on these live Q&As, and so we're going to be doing our grand finale live Q&A with me. So come join me, come listen to the questions that other members of your boot camp troop have, and it's going to be a blast. So we will be getting the information to you on how to dial into that. That's just a phone call, okay? So, all right, that's it, you guys. I will see you again, same time, same channel next week. Be sure and get in there and book your strategy sessions before they're all gone. And I love you. You are the treasure of my heart. Thank you so much. I don't ever want to neglect thanking you for the trust that you put in me. And even going through this program, I know that all of us, including yours truly, have spent money and been disappointed and been, burned by people that we trusted, and it's easy to become skeptical. And so just the fact that you're going through this program, and you guys have been just so sweet and encouraging. I love that you're loving the training, but I just want to thank you for the honor that you've given me to be your coach, and it's my delight to serve you. Dana and Roger, you guys are wonderful. You are my treasure. You're the joy of my heart, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. God bless you. Good night. See you in the portal. Get in the portal and watch your modules, book your strategy session, and join us next week for our book writing, promoting, and best-selling, selling book seminar. All right. Good night, you guys. God bless.